Shalom, shalom. I'm so glad you could join me today, and now I want to show you how easy it is to make friends on MessianicSingles.com. Messianic Singles with a minus sign in between. And to do that, you open your internet browser, your thing that you use to go to Facebook or Gmail. I use Google Chrome. You can use Firefox, Internet Explorer, or any other browser. So all that you do is there on top, they call this the address bar. You type in Messianic Singles. You see there's a minus sign in the middle, .com, and it takes you there, right straight there. And now I'm already logged in here. You see here it show you messages, your friend request that you got, and your friends. And here you can view your own profile or update your profile or your photos. And if you want to log out of the website, now I'm gonna log out just to show you from scratch how to get in. So I'm just gonna click there, and then it's gonna log me out. So then we get to a page that looked like this, and this is the home page, messianicsingles.com, like you can see there on top. And here is where you put in your username and password. Now if you haven't registered, it's very easy, you just click that button. Now I'm not going to go through the whole process here because I made this video that shows you how to make a new account. So you can click there, and for the action takers, most people they just click there and they fill in the form. So but sometimes I have problems and stuff. This video show you how to overcome all those problems. And so anyway, after you did that, you will be able to have your own username and your password, and then you can just click login, and it's gonna log you in. And then it's gonna take you to the user guide. Now here is the user guide. It's quite jam-packed with tips and features with the website. Now my screen is a bit small here to get good quality videos without eating too much of your bandwidth, so I'm not gonna read all of that to you. You're welcome to read that. It's gonna show you how to get started. So it's say welcome messianicsingles.com. This is a website that we are on. Is your messianic matchmaking and or networking tool with all the common social interaction functions and more. You can search for a soulmate, friend, or fellowship and more. Users can send each other's I see a typo there, but I'll fix that. Messages, leave comments, upload pictures, leave ratings, and interact by sending hugs. So in the old days, what people would do is they would um, have festivals and stuff happening in the community, like a ball or something, and then you would go there and you meet somebody and you chat, and later that um, develop into a friendship, and the friendship into a courtship, and then a marriage. So either way, um, sometimes it would also go You might discover you don't like that person, and then you don't go again before you marry or something like that. But today people are so scattered, and you don't even know who's your neighbors all around you. You might know one or two of them, but usually you have about 8 neighbors and you don't know who they are. And or you know one or two of them. So that's why we created this website, so that you have an easy way to interact with people, because the more you interact, the more chances you have of finding a good friend. And the goal for me is, and I would suggest that to you, is to just find friends, and then you can the friendship can go further. So your first time, you just talk about stuff in the environment. For example, if you meet somebody uh, on the street, you would talk about, gee, this traffic light takes so long to switch over. And then if they are interested, they will comment back, and or you say, gee, it's hot today, and then they talk back to you again. Now sometimes if you like their earrings or their tie or something like that, you can comment there, and if they take it well, that's gonna help you get uh, escalate to a friendship easier. So how it usually works is that one party would start the conversation and invest in the conversation until the other party also start investing, and then you have a friendship. So the initial contact is just to meet and greet. That's just what you want to do. So meet and greet as much people as possible, and out of them some people are gonna be a match for you. That's gonna say, okay, great, let's be friends. And I'm giving you these tips, by the way, because I notice a lot of men especially struggle, just like I did, um, and they don't only struggle with women, they don't even have male friends, and that's how the society is set up today. So if you have some tips, I trust that would help you um, meet and greet people more effectively. And if you want more tips on that, maybe I can do a video. Just comment on it, and I'll uh, sh- I'll see what's the need, and we can work on that. So anyway, so now you have a great tool to talk to people. Some people go to bars and then they go meet people there, or they go to church or a synagogue and they go meet people there. Now you can use any meeting place to meet people, obviously. So in my case, or in this case, we are going to use an online tool, and the online tool is messianicsingles.com. Now you might meet somebody in a bar that is rude, and they are um, swearing and drinking, and then you discover that that's not exactly my type of person. And when that happens, you never blame the bar, you blame that person that you met in the bar. Now the same with online stuff is, online dating is not wrong in itself. You will meet good people and you will meet bad people, just like in a bar, in the doctor's office, in the dentist's office. You meet good people, you meet bad people, in the shopping mall, everywhere. So we're not going to criticize the shops, and we're not going to criticize the online dating or the website. um, Whatever website you use, there's gonna be good people and there's gonna be people that's rude, and you don't want to associate with them anyway. So, um, if I can give you a tip, there's a very great tool with Messianic singles, is that if you don't like somebody, they are rude to you. Let's say, for example, this guy, PM Cynic, he's a top rated member, But let's say, for example, I don't like this guy. He was rude to me, or he's tell me stuff and I don't like that. You go to his profile, like what I did. I click there on it, and it takes me here to his profile, and then you can read everything, but I just want to show you here at the bottom. You get there a magic button. You say block user. So anything that you say in future or search results and stuff, you will not see this guy again, and he will not be able to see you. And if he was now really that rude that you think you should report him, you can report him here, and we can talk to him. Now I know PM, and he's a very generous guy. I think I gave him one of that top 10 ratings. But anyway, you can see you can rate people here. Oh no, I didn't. Some other user, and that's a woman user. So that tells you something about this person. So now, at first I told you about the tool. The tool is messianicsingles.com. That's one thing you need. Now, what your goal is, meet and greet people. So your best prospects would be paid members. And the reason I'm saying that is they are serious. So you won't pay to have a profile and a website like this if you're not serious. So these guys are willing to invest in their relationships. That's why they are paid members. A free member might also be serious, but they don't know the mechanics behind the thing. So there's a chance that you will find a good prospect under a free member. So, but if you're really serious, a good place to start is your paid members. Now you see them on top and on the bottom here, and you will see even here, if you press next, you will see a next list of them, and it's also just the people with profile photos. You see a lot of times people don't even put their profile photos up. Now it might be that they are shy or something, but maybe they are ugly, and if they are ugly, maybe they have a good heart. I don't know, but why they don't put their profile photo up, I don't understand. But so they won't show up here. So we did a lot of the work for you. So like I said, now I gave you the tool, messianicsingles.com. Your goal is to meet and greet people. Your best bet would be the paid members. On top or on bottom, you can start wherever you like. And then you just start interacting with them. You can go to click on that profile like I did, and just there where you block him, you can also send a wink, a kiss, or a hug. Now it depends on where your relationship is. You don't want to start with a kiss if you don't know the person. That might not work so well. A wink might be better, but if if you meet somebody in the street, you're not gonna wink. Maybe you will, but you can compose a message. So you click there, compose message, and it takes you to this compose new message to PM Cynic, and you say like I said, talk about generic stuff that's in the environment. So you can say hi, shalom, and talk about something that's interested in your interest, that interests you, and also being an interest to the other person. And that brings me to another point, where when you talk to people, try to be interested in them and not being interesting. Interest. A lot of times when you meet a salesperson, they would, for example, let you, they want you to be interested in what they are selling, and they are not that interested in you, and you don't want to mingle with that kind of people. So when you meet and greet people, be interested in them. So the guy said, okay, I can't chat now, and then he said, okay, I can understand that. Let's chat later. Or the girl, or you call them and you hear a baby cry in the background. You said, oh, baby, do you need to attend to something? And then they said, oh, yeah, my baby, or my sister is visiting and their baby is crying. And no, it's okay, we can talk. But just because you are sensitive and you listen to what's happening with them, that shows them you're also a good quality friend to have around. So instead of trying to talk about how you have 3 million in the bank and you have this Ferrari and the Lamborghini and a Rolex and all those fancy stuff, a lot of times people don't worry about those stuff as much, because I know a lot of rich Hollywood people, and um, you can follow them in People magazine and all those places. They are very rich, but they divorce like crazy. So I don't know any woman that said, "Oh, this guy, he's so rich, I just want to be with him." And other people tell, when they usually when they divorce, you can tell them, hey, but he has all this money and he has all this fancy cars and Rolex watch. She said, yeah, but I don't like him. I want to divorce him. So material things are not that great. I know they make a big scene of how great their stuff is, but who cares? I think you catch my drift there. People are much more interested in how you are doing, and if you are interested in them, that shows them that you also care about them. So then you can say, what time is it in your time zone, and send a message. Now I know that sounds too easy to be true, and maybe it is, maybe it's not. But you have to start somewhere, and then you see what works for you, and improve on that. So yeah, um, another thing is you start something, you take action, and then you notice what's working, and you do more of that, and that notice what's not working and stop that or change it so that you can have something that works. So now I showed you how to chat. You sent a message there. Now you can also use this, what we call shoutbox. We use that with live Messianic Sabbath chats, and you can type your message there and then press the send button. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, let me just get back to that. So when you type here, everybody on the website, everybody sees it. So then you can chat with everybody that's online, and that's what you usually do with the Messianic um, singles Sabbath chat. That's a live chat for 45 minutes. We open it up, and everybody logs in. Otherwise, you're gonna get people that one logs in at 10 o'clock, other one at 11 o'clock, and they miss each other. So if everybody log in at the same time, you have all these people to chat with, and then when you read their things, you say, "Wow, this guy has an um, awesome message or awesome vibe. I like them." Then you just click on their username, and you can start chatting with them too, just like I showed you. you scroll down and you say quick message. You send them a quick message. Now there's even a shorter way that you can do that. um, you click here on message. So then it's take you to the inbox. Now you click there on compose message. Yeah, now come to think of it, I don't know if that's easier or shorter, but anyway, if you are here, you type in the person's name. So for example, I'm gonna type in okay, I don't think my name will show there. You can't send a message to yourself. So I'm gonna message Kirk, and I'm just waiting for the autocomplete function to pick it up. Oh yeah, no, that way is not gonna work anymore. We had to turn that off because a lot of people type their email addresses in the website and use their username. So we had to create a workaround around this. So that's not going to work. I'm not going to go into detail about that. So sorry about that confusion. So what you do is you click on the person's name, and then you go to the bottom of his profile, and you say quick message or compose message. Quick message, then you just can't put in a subject line. Compose message is basically the same thing. You just have the one where you can put in a subject line. This one, and that's a one way. So how do you find good quality people? It's usually you can find them under the free members too, but I would say start with the paid member, because it's unlikely that a paid member will forget that he actually have a profile on this website. The free members, you get a lot of times they were lonely one night, they signed up, they forgot their username and password. You did all that effort to send them a message and you're never gonna get a reply. Now sometimes you might get a reply, um, but you don't know. So I'm just telling you how to increase your odds. So you can also search for people that's close to you. You click here on a radius search. I'll show you later. You can go to the members map, your friends. There's even groups where you can chat with too. But okay, so let's find somebody close to you so that you can date somebody or make friends, meet and greet people that's close to you. So click on radius search, and it opens up here the radius search. You see there it shows where I am, and yeah, in radius search you can say let's say 100 kilos, 100 kilos, and I am looking for a male or a female. So click a female, or you can leave it open, then it show you both genders. That's if you want to just network or meet people for a fellowship near you. And then you click search. Oops. When you scroll with your mouse wheel on here, it zoom in, and other way it's if you roll your wheel to the other way, it zooms out, and other way it zooms in. So anyway, here it shows you people that's around you. But I want to show you something that's very important. Come on. What's happening now? So for some reason that thing doesn't want to close. But you see where it shows my thing, it showed a little 3 there at the bottom. I'm gonna zoom in so that you can see what I'm talking about. You see there it shows a 3. So you will find it gives different numbers under different um, pointers like that. So all that you do is you click on there, double click, and it's gonna show you there's more people there that's close to you. Now this thing is now so small. I'm having some challenges here, but when you're on the website, you can make the screen as big as possible. So anyway, there it shows Lehman, and the other person, oh yeah, is Aaron, and there's Rachel Beth, and that's all people that was under that. You see how I zoom out now, and then it just shows a little number there. So if you just see one or two of that pointers, don't be disappointed and think it's only showing one person. You see there it shows the number, but the more you show, now that number is now on the name there. So if you just zoom out a little bit more, it shows 3 people. If you show more, now it's suddenly shown 9 people. But there's 9 people in that area of 100 kilos around me. So okay, anyway, so that's a one way. The other one is members map. Let's say you are in America, but you want to do business with people that is in Australia, or you are looking for a fellowship group there, so that one of your friends that's there, that's not on the site, want to go fellowship, you can come to this map. And when I talk about business, it's for people that want to. Okay, I'll have to check out what's happening with this thing. But anyway, when you click on the person's name, you see how I hover there, it opens up the profile boxes. So I'll see how I can fix that thing. So you see we have a lot of members. There's 38, 21, 4, 12, 21, 4, 7. Australia, it looks like, okay, there's 14 people there. So you can see from area, okay, so where they are, and you can contact them. And just be sure when you contact somebody, if you want to network, let's say you want to put a banner on their website or so, you'll see there's a place where it says networking. Now if they are not into networking, don't bother them. You say, for example, Lily is here for finding a marriage partner. Don't go sell stuff to them. That's just for people like me that network with other people. We do banners. I put a banner on our site for them, and they put a banner on their site about Messianic singles. So we get more people, and a couple of other uh, Messianics also wanted to network rather with Messianic people. So that's why we do that. But don't go sell and push products. Your mission and your goal, I would suggest, would be meet and greet people. Out of that will come relationships, friendships, and uh, you usually buy from friends and you marry friends. So if you get that right, then you will eventually find uh, uh, your loved one. So then another way to interact with people is on the forum. You click there on forum, or you can go to any of those topics. For example, if you haven't logged in at the time, you just go to recent topics. It will show you all the recent posts. So here you can see the um, posts, and you can even put your own posts there and start chatting about something. Now I know a lot of people like this around flat earth stuff. Now if that's important to you, you can just go to new topic and say just put it in the right category. There's this week's store up portion or suggestion box, welcome mat, and you can put your topic there. You can I think you can even make new categories somewhere, or the admin has to do that. But anyway, the posts get screened by admin and they will put it under the correct category, so don't worry too much about that. So you can do that, or you go to the recent topics and say, yeah man, I understand how you feel. I feel this way about um, this topic, and keep it relevant. Don't just say something to say something that's valuable. So on this one you can this is a welcome mat. You just say you can introduce yourself there. Now a lot of people don't use this, and because they have their profiles, so I don't see how, that you need to do it. I'm just showing you that the forum is also a place where you can chat. Um, so maybe the best place for you to would be to start with this week's Torah portion, because that's a common interest thing. Like I said, meet and greet people. Find something in the environment that everybody can talk about. Now on our other website, um, there's much more discussion going on in the forum, and we're not accepting new members there anymore, and we are going to do a launch to make this a bit more known to people, that they know about the website. And you click on the forum topic, and you can reply. You just reply to topic and say something valuable. And even if it's just saying thank you, then other users will say, okay, this one responds quite a lot, so maybe their account is active. Like I said, with free accounts, you don't always know if the person is going to answer you, but if you are at least active on the forum and you have a free account, then people will start noticing you, pardon, and they will start chatting. So just to recap, I showed you a gathering place, namely messianicsingles.com, and just like a shop or festival where you can go out and meet and greet people. So I would say for beginner, meet and greet more than 3 people per day. Now you can have a other goal like meet and greet more than 3 people per week or per month, as it fits into your schedule. And I just know if your spouse is going to come out of your friends, the more friends you have, the more chances you have, and the better way you can choose out of those friends. And you know, a lot of people say, yeah, but I pray and Father will send me my wife, and I do agree with that. Father does send the wives, just like with the servant with Abraham. We went out, and something that you might learn from that is that when you read that scripture, he says that he went out at the time that the woman was coming out to gather water. So he went to a great gathering place, and he made a commitment with the Creator, and he said, "But the one that I pour out, that I ask, can I please drink some of your water?" And she would answer, "Yes, and I will also draw water for your camels." So that servant, noticed the customs, and he worked with it. He didn't work against it. So that's what I want to put on your heart, is that there's certain ways that things happen. So just work with that. Don't work against that, and now suddenly Father have to rearrange the whole universe just to get um, your wife to you. And if you make it too difficult or unrealistic, for example, like the guy that was um, his house was destroyed in a flood, and he was on this stump in the water, and a lifeboat came by. They spotted him, and they said, "Hey, come, man!" He said, "No, no, no! I'm waiting. The Creator is going to save me. I prayed about that. He will save me." So they left him there because he didn't want to come, and then later a chopper came by, and they also spotted him, and they wanted to help him, and he said, "I pray that the Creator will save me, and I'll wait for him." So then the guy drowned, and he come there to heaven, and um, he said, yeah, he's glad that he's now in heaven, but he was praying that the Creator would save him, and why didn't you come to save me? He said, I already sent two people, and you didn't listen. So what more can I do? So anyway, sometimes we set ourselves up for failure, and don't let that be you. If you ask something and Father sent it, and a lot of times it comes by means that uh, we didn't even thought of that, because if we did thought of that, we wouldn't need him to in the first place. So yeah, I think that would help you a lot, is meet and greet people so that you have the right people. And then I can maybe make another video about how to make your criteria, what to look for in a wife, or what to look for in a husband. And so anyway, let's recap what we did so far. Gathering place, your goal, and find good prospects to meet and greet. And then I showed you where to find them. They are on, and I think you remember, they are on top and at the bottom, those photos of the people, and the member map and the search features that you can also use. And you can message them. You can use that shoutboxing where everybody will see you. You can also put something on the forum. If it's a new topic, put it in the suggestion box, and the admin will create uh, a category for it. And then you can just come and reply, or somebody else can see what valuable stuff you have there. And shalom. I trust that this will jumpstart you to get uh, started and that you meet and greet all those people that's crossing your path. Shalom.